I want to share the following story with you to illustrate how two people can have the same need, but they may wish to express that need in different ways. And by focusing on the way we want to have our needs met, that can cause to conflict. So this is a way to avoid conflict. So me and my girlfriend were in this kitchen the other day and we were cooking, and I looked at her face and I could see that she had a face that I recognize where something is wrong. And so I asked her, I said, babe, are you okay? And she said, no, we haven't been spending quality time together. And I was quite shocked by that because I thought we had been spending quality time together. Now, granted, I'd been more busy than usual because I just registered on a mastermind and it's quite intense and it's taken up a lot of my time. But I still thought we had been spending a lot of quality time together. We were cooking together, we were eating together, we were having conversations in the morning, and in the evening we were watching TV shows together. So I felt like we were spending a good amount of time together. But regardless of that, her truth was still the fact for her that we were not spending quality time together. That was her reality. Now, if I had been outside of my connection consciousness, i.e., if I was not focused and zoomed in on what her truth was, it would be easy for me to say something like, "Oh, she's needy." And if I were in her mind and she happened to be outside of her connection consciousness and she was perceiving me, she might have perceived me as being unavailable, right? But fortunately, I was focused in on her truth. I was focused on having a connection, a consciousness of connecting with what was her truth. And so I said, okay, so you feel like we haven't been spending enough quality time together? She said, no. I said, okay, so what does quality time look like for you exactly? Because if I could become crystal clear about exactly what we would need to be doing for her to then feel connected with me in a way that was meaningful to her, then at least we'll be on the same page. Because you see, the thing is, we both had the same universal need: connection. All of us have a need for connection, right? However, she clearly had a different way that she preferred to have that need for connection met than I did at this time. So that's why I asked her, if we were spending quality time together, what would that look like? Because if I knew and I was on board with doing that specific thing, then whenever I did it, whenever I chose to do it, she would feel like we were connected, and I would at least know that we were on the same page and we both know that this is quality time. So we had a discussion and we agreed eventually that if we scheduled in some time together, some quality time, so one day a week, right, where the evening is just ours, our phones are off, it's just her and I, she would then feel like we were spending quality time together. And I thought that was reasonable because it meant that whilst I'm busy during the week working through the program of this mastermind, I know that when I do spend time with her, it will be quality time, and I could feel happy and at ease when I am working, knowing that our quality time is going to be taken care of. So I agreed to that. And so that was great because it was good for her because she now knew that we were going to spend quality time. And it was great for me because I now felt aligned and connected with her, that we both had agreed something specific and measurable and tangible, a strategy whereby we were both having our need for connection met. And so what usually tends to happen in conversation and conflict is people tend to focus below the need and at the level of the strategy. And it's at the level of the strategy, i.e. the place where we decide how we want to have that need met. So in this case, the need was connection, and how I thought I was having my need for connection met was through conversations or watching TV together or cooking together, and her preference for having connection met was through scheduled time together. So we had a different strategy, a different preference for how we want that need met. And it's at that level where conflict happens, because if I was like, well, babe, we have been spending quality time, and she was like, no, we haven't, we would have just got stuck there. But actually recognizing that the needs are common, but we just need to align on the strategy, that really helped in us being able to create harmony in this context. So what you find is, if you're in conflict with your partner, if you're having arguments, if you're having conversations over and over again about the same things, just check and see, what level are you operating at? Are you conscious of the need? Because if you're conscious of the need, you will recognize that need within yourself as well. But once you've identified the underlying fundamental need, the fundamental driver behind the request, then you can work out, okay, what strategy is going to have that need met? And then once you agree on that, then you can follow through on that particular strategy, knowing that everybody's needs are going to be met. I hope that was useful. If it was, please let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, please connect with me on my Instagram at winningwinning. I'll be happy to address any questions you might have. And if you want to stay tuned with more tips and insights about how to improve your communication and your interpersonal relationship skills, then subscribe to this channel. My name's Mike. You've been beautiful. I will see you on the next video. And until then, remember, you are eternally unique.